Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, Anime Chan. Today I'm going to be watching Attack on Titan, the final season, episode 61 overall. It's called Midnight Train. Whew. Okay, so last week we got off to a very good start, and since then I've finally finished my rewatch of the first 3 seasons. When I watched episode 1 last week, I had like 5 or 6 episodes to still watch. Yesterday I finished the very last episode, episode 59. So my notes are now done up to that point. And if you want to read through them, I will put the link in the description. And I've decided on since I finished, I have 3 or 4 theories about things as they may happen in the future, but I will talk more about that in my review video. So my reaction and review are going to be separate. What I'm going to do is I'm going to watch the episode, upload it. Mike will be editing it for me, editing the reaction for me, and that will take a couple of hours. And then while that happens, I'm going to do my review. I finish my review usually in about 40 minutes to an hour, depending on the content of the episode. And that will probably be posted first, because if I'm done in an hour and I can upload and post it, for those of you that are interested in the review, I'll post that first, and then my reaction will probably be posted 2 or 3 hours after that. Okay. So the episode literally came out right now. I was refreshing the page. I'm going to turn off the light. It doesn't change much for you guys because I have a light coming from front, but it does change the experience for me. So, okay, let's see what happens here. I'm ready. I am fading the screen because last week I had we had issues. It didn't want to upload and stay up. It kept getting blocked. So Mike ended up putting the Attack on Titan logo over the screen, but the caption, subtitles are still visible, so you should be able to see what's going on. I'm so ready. Thank you for being here. Please like the video. Now, let's go.
半島の自治権をめぐる戦争に4年も費やした挙句、敵艦隊とこちらの主力の巨人2体があわや差し違える失態を演じた。
元帥殿、いよいよその時が来たのです。人類が巨人の力を超えるその時が。その純然たる結果を今突きつけられているのです。それでも我が巨人兵器は当分の間陸上戦においては無敵を誇るでしょう。元帥殿、つまり我々はもう巨人の力に。分かっておる。近い将来我々は戦争の主導権を失う。
恐れながら元帥殿、進言のご許可賜りたく存じます。
脅威の子ジークよ、言ってみろ。
マガト隊長のおっしゃる通り、マーレは今後通常兵器の開発に力を注ぐべきです。今我々に必要なのは軍備再編までの時間。すべての巨人の力を収めたという新聞の見出しが必要なのです。
お前の任期はあと1年足らずだったな。
ええ、コルトが私の獣の能力を。
That's an interesting way to put that. You have 1 year left in your term, which means he has 1 year left to live, right?
残りの1年の命をもって4年前の雪辱を果たしたいというわけか。
あの忌まわしき脅威、グリシャ・イエーガーの行いに終止符を打つのはかつての息子である私でなくてはなりません。
どうして特別なんでしょう。王家の血を引いているわけでもない。
His hate fuels him.
結局俺が死ぬまで分からずじまいだろう。あ、記憶を継承するお前には知られちまうかもな、俺の秘密を。
血毛の数まで申告してもらう。エルディア人にプライバシーは必要か。
必要ありません。
That's interesting. Do you think Eldians get privacy? Because that's a quite interesting topic these days. Privacy in general. You know, I was one of those people once upon a time, maybe as little as 7 or 8 months ago, I was one of those people that said, you know, I don't have anything to hide. I don't care if someone somewhere can see everything I do and say and write. And in the last couple of months, I realized it's not about having something to hide. Or maybe it is. Maybe it is about having something to hide. Like, I don't have something to hide now, but what if one day we're treated like the Eldians and we have like dictator overlords, and then I already basically gave my privacy away at some point. I didn't care about it. When you take things for granted, one day you'll be sorry.
この3年間、パラディ島に向かった調査船は一隻も帰ってきていない。
軍の船が32隻も沈められたのなら、それは巨人一体の仕業とは考えにくい。少なくともエレン・イェーガーを含む巨人が2体以上調査船に立ちふさがったのではないでしょうか。
あの時の礼をまだ言ってなかったな、ガリアド。
こんなことにはならなかった。兄貴がお前をかばってその辺の巨人に食われることもなかった。
マルセルの記憶を見たのか。
いや、だが全身のユミルって女のことは少し分かった。
I still don't really understand that entirely. I'm not saying she was wrong or anything. Don't take this as me saying, oh, she should have done this, that, or the other. I just am confused with regards to her character. As much as she loved Krista, but then in the end she chose to live not for Krista. Bless you. She chose to live for herself. I don't know, it just confused me. Why did she end up going with them, knowing what would happen to her? If she knew that that would mean her power would be used against Krista. Could she not think that far? Or did she not care? Or it just seems contradictory to her character that I know, but at the same time not, because she wanted to live for herself, not for someone else. But she ended up sacrificing her life for Reiner and them, and that just contradicts that. So I'm not sure with Ymir's character. I need to rethink that a bit. Not saying it's wrong once again, or that it's objectively contradictory and out of character. I'm just saying for me it felt confusing, and I would need to rethink that whole decision.
兄貴のアギトを返してくれたのもあの女の意志だ。
ジョー？
そうだ。
じゃあお前はあの島で何をしたんだ？
Isn't it thanks to her that we got my brother's jaw back? But she didn't have a jaw power.
じゃあお前はあの島で何をしたんだ？誰かに助けられてばかりじゃねえかよ。まるで兄貴の真似事じゃねえか。
おっこ、艦砲射撃を食らった人をいじめちゃダメだよ。
その名で呼ぶな、ピグ。
It's been
大丈夫か。
人間にも
It's been 2 months since I've been a human. How long were you a Titan and why?
来るのは2ヶ月ぶりだからね。その度に二足歩行を忘れてしまうよ。それよりライナー、ガビたちに顔を見せてあげなよ。
I can definitely see something with regards to the visuals is different with the movement of the characters. If Titans use their usefulness in battle, what will happen to the warrior unit and us Eldians? That's sad. That a child even needs to ask that question.
エルディア人はどうなるんだろうな。おそらく無垢の巨人の襲撃を食らって生き延びたって騎兵だ。本国に戻ったら巨人兵器の非人道性を訴えるマスコットにされる。くそ！
ほら、ウド。町の者に当たるな。ライナー！ガビ。ウド。
まあね。
ゾフィア、
普通です。
ファルコ。
待って。
Who was watching them? Who was watching? It could be just, someone watching, or it could be someone watching.
ガビは800の投資に代わり果敢にも走行列車に挑んだんだぞ。
ちょっとコルト、酒臭い。
なぜそんなことしたバカだね。俺にはわかるぞ。それは君たちエルディア人部隊のために他ならない。
I remember I used to say, let me keep it for the review because this is going to be quite a long discussion. I'll just write down.
良いだけだ。目をつぶろう。
ええ。あなたを慕う少女がこのまま鎧を継承すれば、ガビの寿命は27歳。
9つの巨人を継承する名誉を冒涜したのか。もしこれを報告したら、お前はコルトや親族と共に巨人兵器。
That's such a fucked up thing to do, dude. And you know how it feels. No, I don't. I was like feeling sorry for him for like 2 seconds, and I don't anymore.
では9つの巨人を継承する名誉を何と心得る。
名誉マーレ人と。
I might understand if he's like doing this to scare him because so that he doesn't say something like that in front of someone who would actually report him. So if it's that way saying it, yeah, okay, cool, fine. But I don't know that now.
として栄誉と誇りを授かり、祖国マーレの忠誠を存分に示す権利が得られることと存じます。
鎧の巨人を継承したいのか。
鎧の巨人を継承するのは俺です。
そうだ。お前がガビを救い出すんだ。この真っ暗な俺たちの未来から。
Eldian armband. These armbands are used to differentiate the Eldian. Oh, I've read this before. I mean, I've talked about this before and wrote about it in my notes back when we watched the episode called That Day, I think. Or maybe just the episode before, where at the very end, we see Grisha and his sister want to run after the airship, and then his mother reminds him to put on the armband. So I know what this is. Armband color can also vary depending on if the Eldian is in the military or regular civilian. It is mandatory for Eldians and Marty to wear the armband when they go outside. Yeah, that's exactly like the yellow star. Yeah, you had too much to drink.
昨日はまんまと担がれたんだってな。
だってコルトがいいじゃない。担がれるうちが花だよ。実際大活躍だったんだもん。
ブラウン副長。もし副長が俺と同じ考えでエルディア人を戦争から解放したいんだとしたら。
Well, I'd hope so after everything he's seen, but we don't know.
信じていいのか。
Couldn't say.
あんた何張り切ってんの？点数稼ぎ。
そんなんじゃね
え。二人ともあんま無理しちゃダメだよ。父さん。
じいちゃん、ばあちゃん。ただいま。
立派に務めを果たしたな。
コルト。
父さん、父さん。
母さん、そうさせてもらうよ。
先に帰ってて。
戦的会社終わっちまったエルディア人だ。弾とか爆弾が降ってくるからな。
ドカーン！
大丈夫ですか？落ち着いてください。あなたは腕章が逆だ。が逆だ。大丈夫。
That hair. That downcast gaze. I'm gonna watch this again. Is that Aaron? That downcast gaze. That is so... in the very last episode of Attack on Titan, Season 3, Part 2, I spent so long just staring at my little baby Aaron, being sad about how he is fucking broken on the inside. And that is his look. He has longer hair. You see, he's fucking acting. He's not scared. Look at the way he stands. Everyone around him actually gets frightened. He just falls. He even has a little delayed response. That's Aaron. Wait! He's missing a leg? Why? How? No, shit, then it can't be Aaron. Who's missing a leg? Erwin was missing an arm. Aaron's leg would grow back. Can he manually stop it from growing back? Who else has brown hair like that? No, but that looks like Aaron. No one lost their leg that I remember. Who was watching 1549? That's where we're at now. At 10:09, the person who was watching them had that hair. 10:09, 10:09, 10:09, 10:09. Same person. Don't know who it is, but it's the same person watching them, watching Reiner. That's Aaron. I don't know how he lost his leg, but it's Aaron. 1549. Okay, that's where I was now. I'm honestly so... It's sad. Like, I'm confused. How could you... I'm not confused. I understand brainwashing. They are being seen as devils, even though they know they're not devils. And yet... they believe that those people are devils, just like the Marlians believe they are devils. Like, it's just this... They get taught to think a certain way, and then they keep thinking it, and they don't take 2 seconds to like evaluate their thoughts. That's why philosophy is so important. It teaches you how to think, how to be critical of your own thoughts. Why am I thinking this? Stop trusting your feelings or even your senses, because your senses can also, like, you know how in a desert you think you see like an oasis, but then it's a mirage. Your senses can trick you. Your feelings can trick you. You have to rely on logic and reason to come to conclusions. That's the best bit we've got, I think. Like, I'm not saying you'll always get to the right answer. I don't even know if there are right answers. But what I'm saying is you can't just fucking believe what everyone tells you to believe without constantly deconstructing your thoughts and what you believe. And I don't know, just think for yourself, man. That's what I feel. But even people who believe, they think that they're thinking for themselves. Sad.
機密情報じゃなくたって言えないよ。
ジュはまさしくあくまで残虐非道な奴らだったよ。入隊式の最中、突然芋を食い出した奴がいた。しかし、差し出した芋は半分には到底満たないものだった。奴らに譲り合う精神などないからな。本当にどうしようもない奴らだった。
Oh my god! Someone ate a potato! Devil! Heathen! And she dared to share a piece with me that wasn't even half. Beyond saving! Beyond!
突っ走るしか頭にねえ奴に何があってもついていく奴らだったり、それにいろんな奴らがいて、そこに俺たちもいた。
Your days there were no different from the days of these children here, and yet you spent 5 years there and couldn't see them as human. It makes me, him saying this stuff and really being so disillusioned to act like they're devils. It makes me feel like what he said to Falco before, the way he treated him, it wasn't about scaring him so that he doesn't say something like that in front of someone he shouldn't say that. It makes me feel like he really believes that. Yeah, you talked about a potato girl. Yeah, it was them.
いつまた強大な巨人で世界を踏み潰し進撃してくるかわからない。それを阻止するのは私たち善良なエルディア人でなくてはならない。私たちを見捨てた奴らに。
Oh, someone of course would commit suicide after fucking everything they've been through. You know what that made me think about? And I'm going to say something very controversial, I guess. I'm not allowed to say these things, but I'm going to say it anyway because, well, you can't get anywhere if you're scared to talk about things, you know? I mean, as a society, we can't grow as a society or progress or make, you know, come to, what's the word? Halfway points, come to a compromise if we aren't willing to talk frankly about things. And I hate that in the past people have said to me, oh, you can't have an opinion on this because of your skin color, you're just a white girl. And I'm like, and then even if people tell me that kind of stuff and they say I'm not allowed to talk about it because I'm a white girl, then I say, okay, I'll go get videos of black people saying these things, these exact same opinions, multiple videos, multiple black people. And then I'm like, here you go. And then they're like, well, their opinions don't reflect the majority of that. They'll just always make excuses. But point is, we're all human and we're all allowed to talk about these things. So this makes me think about when there's like, how do I say this without... I like watching the Hodge twins, right? I think they're hilarious. And they're so funny. But I watch various videos from various people, but they stand out to me because they're so funny. And they're black and they have certain opinions that don't align with what black people should be thinking. You know, if you think this or that, then you ain't black. It makes me think of that. the people on Paradis and these people, they're all Eldians, but they see them as evil and they see them as, well, they don't know them at this point, but they see them as evil. So the people within the walls, they don't know, they've been attacked and they don't even know why. And now they want to obviously not die when they go attack them again, because all they're doing is living their lives. And people keep attacking them. So I'm not talking about them right now, but they hate them. It makes me think about when people call the Hodge twins for just having a different opinion. Instead of listening to their opinion or disagreeing respectfully, they call them things like coon and sellouts and all these kinds of things. Terribly racist, actually, but you can't be, I guess you can't be racist against your own race or whatever, I don't know. But it's just crazy to me to think that they're Eldians, they're being treated like absolute shit, they're being treated like monsters, and yet they're doing the exact same thing to the people within the walls. It's how, I'm sorry, but certain people end up being so anti-racist that they end up being racist. It's hilarious in a sense, but also very scary because a lot of people are like that. And I can give you guys so many examples, but I don't really have time for that right now, but maybe I'll, at some point in my notes, add some examples of what I mean. But yeah, I just wanted to say that whole scenario made me think about the kind of certain people looking at other people that are, and then they're like, oh no, you have a different opinion than me. If it's me who is white that has that opinion, you're racist. If it's a black person that has the same opinion, then oh well, you're a coon or a sellout or a what. And I'm just like, dude, that's not how you, okay. Solve racism with more racism. That's gonna work.
どうしたガビ？元気がないな。
おばさんすごく心配してたよ。島から一人だけ帰ってきて別人みたいになったって。なんか嘘ついてる。
嘘？何のことだ？
私にはわからないけど、カリナおばさんにはわかるみたいだったよ。
Ooh, who killed themselves?
マーレ軍の人は？
この部屋にはいない。お茶ぐらいたまにはいいだろう。はあ。さて、マーレが弱れば、エルディア人はより生存権を脅かされる立場になる。これは民族滅亡の危機だ。まずは改めて、あの島の脅威を強く世界に知らしめなければならない。物語には語り手が必要だ。それをタイバー家が引き受けてくれるそうだ。
確かにタイバー家は一度も巨人の力を敵国に向けたことは。
It said the Tibers have never sent the Warhammer Titan to enemy soil.
何より巨人大戦でフリッツ王を退けた一族として諸外国に顔が利く。
さすがピークちゃんだ。その通りだよ。
しかし広い土地で優雅に暮らしてきたタイバー家が今さら出てきて英雄を気取るなんて虫が良すぎませんか。しかし俺たちは
これで祖国マーレが救われるならありがたいことです。俺たち戦士隊もタイバー家と協力して英雄国マーレ復活の礎となりましょう。
1年以内にパラディ島を制圧すると。祖国マーレの未来のために今一度皆の心を一つにしよう。
密室でこの内容なら問題ないだろう。
ジークの一言がなければ。
俺はまた行くのか。あの島へ。
No! Reflects or mirrors the opening of Attack on Titan with Eren lying on the grass. Apparently he did the same thing. No wonder I like Hulko. He reminds me of Eren.
名誉マーレ人、立派な戦士、なりたかった自分、なれなかった自分、歩んな
I really shouldn't
なりたかった
what he wanted to be, what he couldn't be.
慣れなく
Who's this? Kind of makes me think of Historia with the blonde hair and everything, but she wouldn't. That looks like Kenny. Is the path that he's walked down truly the right one? Is Reiner going to start questioning his actions and thoughts? Well, I said some things that may get me cancelled in this video, so I'm looking forward to the comments. Actually, I don't really think it will be too bad because I have 5 mods. Specifically 5 mods that read the manga that are going to be checking the comments, and I know there's 1 or 2 other mods that will also be there. So I'm not too worried about the comments. As long as everyone is being respectful, there shouldn't be a problem. Even if you think differently than I do, you know? As long as we're respectful. And I'm going to finish the video here just like I did last week. My review will be separate. So I will probably post that first. So if you're watching this on YouTube later, then just check the video I posted before this one. Or I'll put the link in the description actually. And if you're watching this on Patreon, the review should be up in like an hour to an hour and a half. Thank you for watching. Bye.